Hello everyone, welcome back to Crafting with Slavie, where we make cards and other paper crafts. In today's card video, we're gonna kind of make this card, but I lost a bunch of my footage after here. So, quickly, I colored everything using Copics, and my backgrounds I made using the large stitched rectangle stackables. I did these ones with the stitched hillside borders, and I also have another little strip that I cut out using the simple stitched hillsides. And I am using slide on over for the very first time. So this is the large stitched rectangle stackable full panel that I'm attaching as my card base. I used the cloudy stencil, and I used salvaged patina for my sky. I thought I would include some footage about how I lined up the slide on over die, which by the way is the perfect shape to coordinate with some of the stitched hillside borders. So that worked out really great. For the colors, for the lighter one, it's Twisted Citron and Mowed Lawn, and then Mowed Lawn and Rustic Wilderness for the darker hill. I am using the reveal wheel that's inside of the mechanism here to create the piece that I'm going to attach on the back of my fox to slide him back and forth on the mechanism. And I should mention I also used liquid stardust on my sky and some paint droplets of just regular water, as well as of whatever darker ink color I was using. And I'm using my liquid glue to attach my little critters to the scooters, just getting them ready for when I attach them to the card here. And then we'll compose the mechanism. I don't know what happened. I'm usually pretty good about not misplacing footage. Sometimes I don't record it, but I just can't find the file of me coloring everything. So, which is too bad because I actually used a new technique. You'll notice that I was actually using white gel pen highlights everywhere, and none of that came through, which is really, really sad, but that's okay. We'll move on. So here I am just seeing where that that circle goes, and you can use a coin. I don't have any because we've stopped using pennies in Canada, if you're in the States and you don't know this. So I'm thinking of using nickels because they're a little bit smaller and actually heavier than pennies were. But yeah. Okay, so to attach this, I did keep the inside piece from the slide on over, and I'm just adhering it to the back of the panel so that there's still that green grass back there, even though we've cut a hole through those panels, or that one panel, I guess. And then I'm using my 1/4 inch foam tape here to go all the way around, and I'm making sure that I don't impede the movement of that scooter, because that little disc on the back is going to need room to move back there. So you want to make sure you don't put it all over the place and that you test it before you adhere everything to the back of the card, so you can trim away anything excessive that you have. And then I just used some more foam tape to create the attachment in between so that you have a little bit of like a washer to allow your little critter to move. And I chose to just attach it in the back, but I mean, it depends on what kind of scene you're creating and how you attach your little critter. You could do like a second piece in the front if you wanted to, just to make sure that he's even, but I didn't feel it was necessary, so I just stuck with this, and it worked out pretty well. Okay, so I made this card for my friend's son. He just turned 5 this past summer, and I really wanted to make him something that he could just play with until it fell apart. Hopefully it doesn't fall apart, because that's happened before where I've made him cards and they've fallen apart. It was just devastating. So this little one seemed to fit the bill. And then to help everything move, I did use my anti-static powder tool and my brush to kind of get it in there. Pardon the fly They won't go away. And then because I had a little bit of extra space in behind the green panels, I did pop out my critters as well, just because I do love my dimension, and it didn't actually impede the movement of the fox, which was great. And I just tucked them in behind that hillside and went ahead and tucked that guy in, and then I attached the little balloons, and that's it. I did stamp the inside of the card as well, just because I felt like it needed a sentiment. And of course I did use super fine detail white embossing powder from Ranger to stamp that, and the black licorice from Lawn Fawn to stamp the inside sentiment. I hope you enjoyed today's card video, and I'll see you in the next one.